Um, God, here we go. Today's the third day of my little Friday the 13th week, and pardon my voice. Today we are going to hit on, again, pardon my voice, Friday the 13th Part 3. Also, Friday the 13th Part 3D, which came out in '82, and is easily my favorite of the series. Um, let's get the stuff out of the way, I guess, first off. Again, directed by Steve Miner, who, shockingly, is missing from, you know, pretty much everything to do with this stuff, man. He's in the background. No one seems to talk about him. He wasn't in the His Name is Jason DVD. I don't know why. He produced, he assistant produced the first one, directed the next two. I don't know what the deal is there. But anyway, won't go on about it too long. Written by Martin Kitrosser and Carol Watson. Again, Harry Manfredini's back for the score. I think Frank Mancuso Jr. and Lisa Barsamian produced. I think Lisa Barsamian produced the last one too. I should have mentioned that. Actors in it: Dana Kimmel, Paul Kratka, Richard Brooker. I could go on for a while. I guess again, there's all kinds of actors in these flicks, yeah, that's the cast and crew and everything like that. But let's get into the flick. Why is it my favorite? This is my favorite incarnation of Jason. I'm not too big on zombie Jason. Never have been. There's something, like I said, about the last one too, and it carries over into this one. There's something about Jason in these flicks. Like in the last one, he's sort of he's a mountain man kind of thing. He's a trapper. He's a hunter. He's whatever he is. He's this scary guy in the woods, and he's a real thing. And in this one too, by the end of this one, although he survived a pretty brutal maneuver here, got a machete right through here. He's still got like a human. He's still like he's not. He's a monster, but he's not inhuman, I guess, or something like that. There's something about it, and this is also where they took him to this new look. Like, although I think the original Stan Winston makeup that they had for this looked scarier, but they thought it was too scary. I think the one they went with is almost creepier because it's this really mongoloid look. In the last one, he looked really like a monster, but what they went with in this flick, he's got this really creepy look to his face, and it's more uneven and sort of puts you on edge more and stuff like that. But whatever it is about Jason in these flicks, and Richard Brooker's portrayal in this one, this slow, sauntering, just he's out to do his business, man. He's not going fast for anybody. Although he does run in a couple of scenes, there's just something about it's almost like he's turning into a shark. He sees that shark he just goes and he kills kind of thing. And this is really where that starts for me. And I always found Jason so creepy in this one. And there's some scenes that are just really creepy too. At the end when, Dana Kimmel's having that dream sequence or whatever, and she sees him in the window of the house and he's pawing at the window. Oh my god, that scared the shit out of me the first time I saw that. And to this day, I can't watch the movie without sort of, tensing up a little bit when that's going to happen. There's some kind of quality to Jason in these first couple of movies that I think was unmatched down the line and makes them better for me. This one is, even though I love it, it's plagued with all kinds of really weird, of course it's got the infamous sort of flashback scene with the speech from Dana Kimmel, which is just brutal. It's got the place that they go, the lake. Since I was a kid, man, when I saw that lake, I was like, that's a pond or something in the woods. That's not a lake in any fashion. They didn't trick me with that one, but I mean, it was filmed on this weird film set sort of ranch. But it doesn't matter. It's still there's something about that barn and the house. It's still very, very creepy as far as I'm concerned. And the whole movie just, I don't know. It's got that quality. Part 2 had it. Part 1 had it as well, but Part 2 really had it. Part 3 has it in spades, I think, as well, and Part 4 also carries on this sort of lineage. What I like to call, the original Jason arc, or whatever you want to call it. I don't care. It's just that's when it's my favorite stuff. Also, of course, the movie was filmed in 3D. When you first got to see it in theater in 3D, I don't think it was red-blue. From all accounts that I can tell, it's not red-blue. Yeah, for some reason, when they released it in 3D on the new DVD, it is red-blue. The version I have isn't red-blue. I'm sure I showed it 1,000 times, but yeah, I think I've showed it like 8,000 times. But this is the version I have in 3D, and I don't have the glasses here to show you. They just flicker back and forth. They have a battery in them. They run off the box on the DVD player. You have to have a tube television, and they just go. And someday I'll have these with me. Every time I go back to my folks' place where they're at, I forget to take them with me, even though I have the movie for no reason. Actually, I haven't tried it, but I should try it. I actually still have the Real D glasses from when I saw My Bloody Valentine 3D. I wonder if they work. I don't see how they would, because the movie, like the ones I have, like I said, are battery powered and they flicker. These ones are just sort of like shades. I think it would only work maybe on the projector or whatever, you know. But when I took my glasses off during My Bloody Valentine 3D and looked at the screen, that's what this movie looks like without glasses on. So it might be very similar, but it's not red-blue. Anyway, yeah, the film was sort of a test subject for Jaws 3D, which was going to be their big go, I think, at that. And so they, you know, they do all kinds of great 3D gags, as you remember. The bat in the screen, Paul's eye coming out, the yo-yo. There's just all kinds of Ali punch through the window. And, you know, when you watch it, it's funny when you watch it, knowing it was in 3D and watching it in regular sort of perspective, it's, you know, you get a laugh out of it. Especially if you watch like Endurance Productions, he went to see it in 3D and something happened, so they just played the DVD, and everyone's like, ooh, in 3D. And it's the same reaction you get from all your friends sitting down watching it. And I think that's why I love these movies, too. When I watched these for the first time, you know, it was me and my buddies getting together, renting a couple of them and just sort of like staying at my house all night and watching a bunch. And I think that's really where, it's nostalgia, I guess, that really holds them together. But I just love these flicks. But yeah, so, also, of course, God, I can't forget to mention, this is When He Gets the Hockey Mask, which there's all kinds of different stories of what that was about. I think the one that seems most credible to me is that they decided they wanted to have a reveal with the face, and they didn't want the face the whole movie, so they needed to put something on his face, and the guys that were doing the Stan Winston guys were like, well, we love hockey, so they got sort of an old-style hockey mask and popped it on him, so it seems to me like that's the most reliable story, but it's funny how they, like, display it in the movie, you know. Larry Zerner, who plays Shelley, you know, he just has it for, like, this scene where he's going to scare Vera, and it's just so funny. He comes out in, like, a wetsuit with this mask on, and, like, and an actual fucking, you know, fully functional, what do they call them, harpoon gun, like, and where is he keeping all that in the fucking basket? They talk about that in His Name is Jason, but I always found that funny, too. But, yeah, Friday 13th Part 3, my favorite. A lot of people like this one too, I think. It's up there and people's favorites, so it's not like I'm original for liking it the most, but it just, you know, it is what it is. So anyway, again, if you want to see him actually get his mask for the first time, before you go see that remake, you gotta watch this flick. You gotta watch the first one for sure, and you might as well watch Part 2 and see Sackhead Jason as well. But anyway, again, I will be back tomorrow with my fourth review, Friday the 13th Part 4, the final chapter. And, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this whole series I'm doing here, and for my little Friday the 13th week, whatever you want to call it. And, yeah, keep coming back for more, I hope, guys. Alright, I will talk to you later. Peace.